In this video, we're going to talk about how John Deere won tech but lost farmers, how they're making record profits, but if you look in the news, you see headlines like this. Nothing runs like a Deere. You've probably heard this if you grew up around a rural community, but here in 2025, John Deere is more of a data company than it is an equipment company. I was wondering the other day, how did we even get here? My grandfather was one of the first few people to get a tractor back in the 1930s when it was considered new technology, and I don't think he could ever imagine the problems that we're facing today, or even that we've come up with auto steering. And that's kind of the whole point of doing this deep dive. As an ag tech founder and somebody that owns ag tech businesses where the end user is a farmer or a rancher, I wanted to get some key takeaways and lessons from a great company such as John Deere, and I hope you stay tuned as we continue this deep dive. John Deere was founded back in 1837, where it started off making plows and, of course, tractors. And I thought it was pretty cool to look up the very first John Deere tractor, which was purchased by another company. The Waterloo Boy is, I guess, what it's called, and I thought it was really neat to look at. I had a personal attachment with the Model H. This is a later model that John Deere came out with just because my dad collected antique tractors, and this is something that he had, and we actually did use it for fun on small jobs around the hobby farm that I grew up on. So that's my personal connection here to this company as well. So when did Deere switch from this model starting in 1837 to the current business model? That's the juicy, meaty question, and the short answer is mid-2010s. But I'm going to take it back a step further, and let's go into the 2000s so we can understand how we got here. So by the early 2000s, John Deere is already kind of experimenting with GPS, tracking, and kind of the beginnings of auto steering as well, but it was still fundamentally a hardware company. So it made money selling the tractors and all the physical stuff. But then the tractors were getting smarter as time went on, and the business model wasn't changing yet. But that shift happened really strongly around like 2011 and 2012, when John Deere launched its John Deere Operations Center.